Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. I'm really sorry guys that I could not prepare the video for part 2 for Selenium Python page object model series. But today we are going to talk about the next process that is part number 2. We are going to automate a home page. So far what we have seen that we have already automated a login page. We have written the test cases over here and we have created one. You remember that one page also, like login page.py, that we have already created by locators, constructors, and different page actions we have maintained over here. Now today we are going to talk about home page, right? That's the next page that we have to talk about. So what exactly we have to do it over here, that this is the home page. When you log in, this is the home page will be displayed over here. And a couple of things I want to verify. Let's see. This is the header. This is the title. This is the, let's see, my account name is displayed or not. So how will you write a test cases for home page, right? So quickly I'll go to my homepage.py and I'll start writing my class over here. Let's say I'm going to write class homepage. And we know that, okay, that all the page classes are extending base page because all are generic method that we have written over here, right guys? So home page, and here we have to create number of locators. So let's see, first locator I'm going to create the header is equal to, I simple write by dot, okay, that is by dot, let's see, sales dashboard I want to verify. So right click on it, go to inspect. So I can see that, okay, this is the class that I can use it. So I can use one CSS selector over here, that I can simply use h1 dot class name. So I simply say that, okay, yeah, by dot CSS selector. But before that, what we have to do, we have to import this particular. So let me do one thing, that CSS selector. Okay, so h1 dot CSS selector, and we have to import by locator, and base class also we have to import. Perfect. Similar way I can create for accounts name also, that I want to verify my accounts name. You can see that this is account name is a class name. So I can still use one more CSS selector like span dot class name. I can use that. So I can simple say that, okay, this is my account name locator by dot CSS selector, and this. What else you want to verify? Let's say I want to verify settings icon also, right? So let's inspect this guy. The settings icon is available on the home page or not. So you can see that, okay, this is the A link and ID is available. Navigation settings. I can create one settings icon. I hope it's visible. Okay, is equal to that by dot. This is ID I'm going to use. Sorry, and this is the ID. Perfect. Next thing is what we have to do. We have to create one constructor. So we will create one init method over here, which will behave like a constructor, and we'll take one driver reference over here, and then I'm going to call my super class constructor with the help of super keyword. So super dot initialize your driver and pass the driver over there. Perfect. Okay, because the super class constructor, it means base page class constructor will be called, and we will give the same driver over here, and the same driver will be used in our generic methods that we have written over here. Perfect. Now we will be creating now page actions. So my first page action I'm going to write, let's see, get home page title. So I simple write get home underscore page underscore title, and here we are sending one title by default, so that I can wait explicitly, and then I can return the title accordingly. So I simply say that, okay, return self dot, and from the page class we have already written this particular method, get title method, and I'm passing the title over here, that title that you are passing. So what will happen, get title method will be called over here. It's gonna wait for that particular title that we are looking for, and then it will return the title, and then we will validate in our test class over there. So This is my first method that I have written. Second method I'm going to write, let's see, get, let's see, I want to check that settings icon is visible or not. So I simply write that is settings icon exist. Okay. And how will you do that? So I simply write return self dot. I want to check that, okay, it's visible or not. So is visible method, you remember, we have already written that we are going to check that particular locator is visible or not over there. So let's see, we are going to check is visible or not. Which locator? I simply pass self dot and settings icon. We have to do that. So settings icon. Perfect. So it will return a boolean and then we will validate in our test.ng class. Next method I'm going to write, let's see, a get underscore header underscore value. And here I'm going to return symbol that I put one if condition over here that, okay, if that self dot, if it is visible, which one? Self dot header, then you do what? Then you return same thing over here that, okay, self dot, you remember get element text method that we have written for self dot header. It means for this particular header, whatever text is available, it means return sales dashboard, right? So that's why we are calling get element text method from here. We are waiting for that particular element to be visible and return the text. And when we get the text, we have to validate in our test.ng class. So test class we are going to write in some time. Now same thing we can do it for account name also. So I'll do one thing, I'll just copy paste this entire method and paste it over here. And I'm going to write get account name value. I simply write account underscore name underscore value, which header? Account name head locator, and if it is available, it's visible, then you return. Perfect. Then you return the text of the account name. So these are the, let's see, 4-page actions, simple page actions that I have written. You can later on you can add more and more page actions. Now I'll go to my test homepage.py, and here I'm going to write my test cases. So we know that, okay, we will write our test cases. Let's see, test underscore home, and all the test classes will extend what? Base test. You remember that inside my base test that we have already, we have to import this, and inside my base test, right guys, that okay, now the thing is that for login test that we have written, let me open this and you go to base test. We have already seen that, okay, we have already added one fixture over there which will be using initialize underscore driver, which is already defined over here, configuration test.py, and this is the fixture, right guys? So this fixture is applied on where? This fixture is applied on your base class, on your base test class. File name is different, but the class name is like base test. And then we have given this particular fixture. It means inside the fixture we have written our setup method and the tear down method. So I'll come over here and same thing I'll be doing it over here, that, okay, yeah, this is the base test. And then what we have to do, we have to write our test cases. My first test, let's say I'm going to write test underscore, what do you want to validate? I want to validate homepage underscore title. I want to validate this. So, but to reach at the home page, guys, what do you think? You have to verify the title of the page, title of the home page. You have to do a login. So that is the precondition, right? That to validate this particular title, I have to do a login. Then only I'll be landing on the home page. So how will you land it on over here? You have to do a login first. So I'll be writing, let's see, self dot. First of all, that, okay, I'll be creating the object of login page class. So how will you? Because you remember that in this particular login page class, we have this particular method that you have to log in. You go to login page class and you have to log in first. So I'll be calling this particular method. So how will you call? You have to create the object of login page class. Simple. So I'll go to my home page and I'm going to create the object over here. And we have to pass self dot driver over here. And we will using one reference over here. Let's see, login page reference is equal to this. And this login page we have to import. So we don't need to use any new keyword. We have to create the object login page, and you can see that you go to login page class constructor will be called. They say that okay, you give me the driver, and the same driver will be given to the parent class constructor. Okay, then after that, what do you want? After that, this is what I want. Once you get this login page reference, you can call all the methods of login page class. So I simply do this particular method that do a login I'll be calling, and then we have to pass our username password. And you remember username password is available in my config.py username and the password like this. Okay, so let's go and let's write it. So how will you use that? So I'll be using my test underscore data dot, okay, test underscore data dot, what do you want to access? Username, comma, test data dot password, and test data you need to import. So this is also done, right? So test data dot username, you can access all these variable by the class name, and the username password you can simple call all these static variables, you can simple access them by the class name. Perfect. Now what we have to do when you log in, after login, you have to do one thing that inside the do login method, guys, I'll be going to this do login method, and see guys, you have to achieve a page chaining concept over here. It means when you click on the login button after entering the username password, you are clicking on the login button and we are landing on the home page. It's like this. Okay, let me sign out. So when you enter the username password and click on the login button, so you are landing on the home page over here, right? So when you land on the home page, because of clicking on the login button and inside this particular method, we are clicking on the login button. It means this method should return the object of next landing page. So we should write return what? Home page class object. So I simply write home page self dot driver, because inside the home page class also we have written a constructor which is taking a driver reference over here. So import this particular guy. Now, if this method is giving you homepage class object, can I do one thing? Can I store inside the homepage class reference over here? Of course, I can do that. So let's see how to do this. So I simply store, create one reference variable over here that, okay, self dot homepage is equal to this. Okay, or let's see, I simply create simple homepage is equal to this. And then when you get this particular homepage, this is what I want. I simply write dot whatever the method that I want to access. So what do you want to access? I simply want that, okay, home page title method I want to call. And what is the title? The title we have to maintain in my test data dot. So title we have to maintain over there. So remember, we will go to test data. Just like login page title, I'll be maintaining my home page title also. And what is the home page title? The home page title is reports dashboard. So I'll be writing reports dashboard over here. Perfect. And the same homepage title I'll be using test data dot homepage title. Okay, so you can simply do that. And if you really want to assert, you can assert that particular thing. So this get homepage title is doing what? Get homepage title is giving you the title of the page, right guys? So we can do one thing, we can store in a particular title variable is equal to this, like that. And then I'm going to assert that simple assert your title is equal to what? Whatever the test data dot homepage title. It means my assertion is passed, right? Now let's write one more test over here. Test underscore, let's see, I want to verify homepage header. So it means I want to verify homepage header as sales dashboard. So again, we have to log in. So I'll do one thing, I'll just copy these two steps once again. And then what I want, I simply say that, okay, with homepage dot, I want to get the header. So get header value. and then it will return what? It will return the header value. So I'll store in the header variable or any variable you can maintain. And then I'm going to assert. I simply write that assert header is equal to what? Again, I'll maintain my header value in my test data. So I'll maintain one. Let's see, this is my home underscore page underscore header is equal to what? The value is sales dashboard. So I simply write sales dashboard. So I simply write locate as data dot home page header I'm looking for. So this is also done, right? Next thing is that I want to validate my account name and settings icon. So I'll do one thing that I simply copy this particular test and paste it over here. And I simply write that, okay, yeah, this step is good. Instead of this get header value, I simply write account value, account name value, and I'll be getting my account underscore name, and the same account name I'll be maintaining where? So I'll be maintaining, I'll go to my, I can maintain over here. So let's see, this is my account underscore name is equal to, my account name is this, Naveen Automation Labs. Okay, so what exactly it will do? Get account name value will return the text, element get text of this particular account name by locator. So it will create the web element, and then whatever the by locator, whatever the text is available, Naveen Automation Labs, it will return the same text. And then I'm going to validate with my expected data. So my expected data is what? Is written over, okay, it's maintained under test data home, okay. And I simply write that account name, simple. Now, one last thing that I have to write one more test for settings icon. So let's copy and let's see test settings underscore icon, and we will log in first. And then what do we need? We need to simple. I'll say that, okay, that is settings icon exist or not. So it will return true by default, right? If it is available, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. So I can simple write one assert over here like this. So simple. I have written 4 test cases for my home page, and now it's time to run it. So let's try and let's run it. So we will do one thing that we will try to run our home page test now. So test underscore homepage.py we are going to write, and minus n4 means run in the, okay, with the 4 threads in the parallel execution, and hyphen html is equal to this generate this particular file, okay, for the reporting point of view. So let's run it and let's see what happens. So yeah, you can see that okay, so you can see that 3 Chrome and 1 Firefox are running in parallel mode. Okay, it's going to log in and it's going to verify. Okay, so on the different browsers, application is getting launched and checking all the different test cases. Now, why it is launching Firefox also? Because in the fixture we have passed the parameter. You remember Chrome and Firefox, these 2 parameters at the fixture level we have passed it over here. So I can show you. You can go to your fixture. You will see Chrome and Firefox. So it means we have written 4 test cases. It means total 8 test cases will be executed, or 3 test cases means 6 test cases will be executed, something like this. So you can see that some timeout exception is coming on header, okay, for Chrome also and for Firefox also. But let it be failed, whatever the reason. But you can see that, okay, our test cases are absolutely working fine over there. Okay, so we will see what is the what is the problem, that we will go to test underscore homepage header. So the test is getting failed with the homepage header. Somewhere it's saying timeout exception. It means get header value. Okay, and it's saying get element text. We have already given the weight over here, but still maybe we can use some other explicitly weight or some other weight we can put, right? But I want let it fail by default so that you can understand, okay, it's getting failed also. But you can see that all the test cases are absolutely working fine. Okay guys, so we have 4 plus 2, 6 test cases got executed on Chrome and Firefox together, and it will generate the report. Now let's see HTML report got generated or not. So we will do one thing, that hubspot.html got generated. So let's copy this location and let's go to a new tab, and you can see the report over here. Can you see that? Like that. So test cases got passed with the home page title with Chrome, settings icon with Chrome, and settings icon with Firefox, and header got failed, and this header also got failed for this. So saying like that. Okay, so okay, so all the test cases, I think get homepage header, we have given the same name, so better we give a different name. This is my account name actually, that's why it's showing like that. So I do one thing, and let's run it again once again. Account underscore name. Okay, let's run it again. Perfect. So this is so beautiful, right? That it's launching 4 because minus N4 we have given. Okay, guys, if you don't know how to execute in parallel mode, please watch the previous video of Page Object Model Series 1, Part 1, and you will understand better. You can see 4 browsers are running together. You can see it over here like that. Okay, and once now, 4 Firefox are running together now. So let's let it run, because we have to do the cross-browser testing also, and we are doing parallel execution also. And this is pretty awesome. We don't need to maintain any thread local or something like that, just like in Java. Okay, it will maintain automatically. And I think almost done. Okay, now let's see. Now this time saying 5 plus 3, 8 test cases are absolutely working fine, but still we are getting some timeout exception. It means that there is a problem with the sync. Okay, we haven't resolved the sync issue. Maybe that we can do it later, but you can see that home page header, account name, and home account name getting failed on Chrome and Firefox like that, and page header also getting failed just because of timeout exception. Maybe we can increase the timeout later on. So that is the thing, guys, that you can do that. And if you refresh the same report, now this time again, you are getting the report, the latest report you are getting it. 8 test cases got executed. You can see that. Okay. So that's all for this particular video. In the next video, I'll tell you how to write more generic utilities and how to integrate with Allure report. That that will give you a complete report in Allure in the Allure HTML format. If you don't like this particular report, you can generate Allure report with graphs and everything over there like that. So that I'll show you in the next video. So thanks for watching, guys. Please practice. It's pretty simple. It's very straightforward. No rocket science. You just need to maintain the page classes, page actions, and call them in your test classes and generate the report, execute them, and that's it. It's not that complex like in Java. Okay, so thanks for watching this particular video, and if you like this video and this particular series, please subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share with others so that people can learn how to design the framework with Selenium and Python. Thank you so much, guys.